12:18 right now. Let's talk finances. Now is the time of year that many of you will start receiving bonuses, tax refunds. So what do you do with all this extra cash? Can have a major impact on your financial future. CBS 4's financial expert Andy Manley joins us now to talk about why making smart choices for how to utilize any windfall or extra money really pays off. Andy, glad to have you as always. What are some good short-term uses for any windfall of cash?
Well, some good short-term uses would be maybe starting or building your emergency fund. If you have kids, putting in a 529 plan. And if this is the year you're going to buy a house, it can really start your down payment fund. So it's a great place to use some of those short-term saving opportunities.
What about for long-term?
Long-term, think about your retirement. So maybe if it's a tax refund, it's putting it in an IRA or maybe mutual funds. If it's a bonus from work, see if you can up your 401k contributions or maybe even your health savings contributions with some of that extra money.
Yeah, and we know a lot of people like to use this money to pay down or reduce their debt. So where should we be starting when it comes to that?
Generally, the best place to start is if you have credit cards or loans with high rates, start with those. But also think about your car loan. Maybe you can make this one big payment and have your car loan paid off before the end of the year, because sometimes that's your biggest payment and that helps you with other things. So those are good places to look at it from a debt perspective.
What about any smart moves that involve spending all that money?
Yes, I know this is the one that people really want to jump to. And spending, you may have some planned expenses like a vacation. So instead of borrowing for your vacation, save it for that. Or maybe you need to do some updates to your house. This would be a good use of that. Maybe you have deferred car maintenance, like you need new tires. So this is a good time to do that. Instead of borrowing for those things, use this windfall of money for that.
So what is the most important thing then to remember about any cash windfalls?
I think the most important thing is to make sure you're using it to make your financial life better. A lot of times when people get windfalls of money, they like to just say it's extra money and I'm going to spend it. I didn't have it anyway. But if you take a longer term view, the more that you use it to improve your life, eventually when you get those windfalls of money, you really can do whatever you want with it because you've taken care of all the other issues.
All right. Good advice as always, Andy. We appreciate having you here. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Okay. Thank you.